Good morning, Lancaster.
My name is Jason.
I'm Jose.
This is Cup of J's. Welcome back. Feeling good today.
Are you?
I'm feeling good.
You're looking good.
These are like, thank you, sir. This is like the dog days of summer.
Woof, woof.
When do the dog days of summer start? Is it now? Like, what's the official start date of the dog days of summer? Anybody know that?
I have no idea. We'll have to have our crack research team jump on that.
Drop us a comment and let us know the official start of the dog day. I feel like we're in it.
I thought it was just like a funny phrase.
No, maybe it is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It is.
Today on the program, where did that week go? You know, Lancaster is in the headlines nationally.
Are they really?
Big time. We're talking about art, sports, and entertainment. Ooh. Our coffee this week is brought to you by Kitty Town Coffee. We're going to nod to our friends up to the north of us in Lebanon. Ruby goes to the movies. Excited to hear about that. And Jose brings back space news. Ooh. But first, let's take a look outside the weather in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania this morning. Brought to you by the second floor fire escape here at the Candy Factory.
Today's weather is very muggy. Perfect for a cup of J's. Mugs. I was pretty proud of that one.
Well done, kid.
Well done.
Muggy.
Boy, muggy.
It has been. Maybe that's why I think it's the dog days of summer. I've been hydrating.
Very good.
I'm double fisting this morning.
Man, that's a bad sign, Jason. Double fisting before noon.
It's been hot. And I did mention the Candy Factory. The question that comes to us all the time is, do we make candy? No, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't make candy. At the Candy Factory. It's a co-working and social club located in the heart of downtown Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We have 25,000 square feet of co-working space. All kinds of activities and fun events happening here. Also a great place to work. Been locked in the basement office for the last couple of, 18 months of global pandemic. And it's time to get out and work with other people, socialize, get some human interaction. You can do that right here at the Candy Factory. Check out coworkinginlancaster.com for all the membership details and, of course, to schedule a tour. Come on in and see us.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Say hello.
Check us out.
It looks like we got a response on the dog days
On the dog
of
days?
summer,
All right.
July 3rd through August 11th. So we are now in the midst of the dog days of summer.
Thank you, Steve Stone, for the update.
Yes.
I felt it.
Yeah, I think actually technically June 25th through July 2nd are the puppy days of summer.
Is that?
Hey, that's my birthday.
Well, thank you, Jose and Steve Stone, for that critical information. The spirit moved within me.
Well,
Anyway.
you got to go with it sometimes.
Our question of the week: what is your favorite superhero? Who, I guess I should say. Maybe what? I don't know much about superheroes. Who is your favorite superhero? Leave us a comment on whatever platform you're watching us on for a chance to win a bag of our featured coffee of the week, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. Who's your favorite superhero?
Besides you?
Yeah. Besides me.
Yeah.
I'm excluded from the contest.
Oh, okay. I've got a few. You can't go wrong with Batman.
Okay.
But I'm a big Marvel fan, so I've always had a soft spot in my heart for a lot of the Marvel characters.
Ruby, how about you?
Well, we'll get into this, but I'm recent to the Marvel universe. I'm a big Captain America gal.
Aye.
Sorry, Jose.
Big Boy Scout.
And Black Widow, which we will also get into.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we talk about these things, I expose what a big dud I am. I really don't know much about superheroes, to be honest with you. I mean, I would have to go back to just like, I don't know, Superman.
Yeah.
But you know who would be I think digging back through my memory, my favorite superhero would be Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey.
Faster than the human eye.
Number one super guy.
Yeah.
That's right. Hong Kong Phooey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, kids, Google that.
Yeah.
Hong Kong Phooey. Do we have a winner from last week's question of the week? Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Jody Hoffer.
Jody
chimed in last week. Thank you so much for watching Cup of J's. And that was a passenger coffee roast.
Yes, it was.
And along with a shiny new Candy Factory mug, one of our production team will reach out to you, Jody, and we'll figure that whole thing out. So thanks so much for tuning in. And
yes, indeed.
Be sure to chime in your comment on your favorite superhero this week. Cup of J's.
Yeah.
And now it's time for two guys who love coffee to talk about what's in the cup.
And our blend this week, as we have been hearing about, is from Kittytown Coffee. Kittytown. Meow. Meow. And this is the Tia Columbia. It's an organic. And it says, this is sweet as can be, but with sass that will blow your mind. So obviously this is not named after my cat, because then it would be a little pain in the butt. So
pain in the butt.
Yeah.
That should be a recommended blend.
Yeah, little pain in the butt. Yeah, but he was going nuts yesterday for some reason. It's like jumping at me and biting me the whole night. But this coffee will not jump at you and bite you, although it will, like my cat, wake you up.
So for our friends at Kittytown Coffee, located up in our neighboring county to the north, Lebanon County, recommendation for a blend. There you go. Pain in the butt.
Pain in the butt.
They're based in Lebanon. All the coffee is named after cats at Kittytown Coffee. Meow. Started in 2017. They mostly do medium roasts, if you're into that kind of thing. And they also have a second roasting company called Sydney Roasting Company with a cafe.
Oh,
located in Lebanon.
Not a cat.
A cafe.
A cafe.
That's right. Visit the Sydney Roasting Company Cafe at 12 North 9th Street in Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
I think it needs that deserves a road trip. I think I need to go up there. Check it out.
CUPPA J's field trip.
CUPPA J's field trip.
Maybe we'll yeah, that's a good idea. We should start broadcasting live on location
from different.
Could you imagine trying to get up early enough on Friday morning to do that? First of all, to get the gear.
Yeah.
Then to drive to the.
Yeah, we'd have to get Ruby up like 3 days early.
She just stay up all night like she's camping out for Pearl Jam tickets.
Exactly.
I guess kids don't really understand what that means.
No, they don't. No.
Anyway, we'll be drinking it all week here at the second floor media studio at the Candy Factory, where we make a lot of media and we drink a lot of coffee.
To go hand in hand.
So, my friend, question for you today.
Yes, sir.
Where did that week go? Woo. It seems like literally when I sit down to do this show, I feel like I just stood up from doing this show.
Pretty much.
We're going to take a look back at some of the headlines that Lancaster is making. We're going to start in the world of art. LNP, our local newspaper, last Sunday ran a really cool story by Mike Andrelzik about Lou Schellenberg, an artist who lives in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. It's about 7 miles north of the city. Her painting, The Path Ahead, is featured on the LL Bean summer catalog, which is, of course, LL Bean is a Maine-based retailer. A lot of outdoors aesthetic there. And her painting had a similar aesthetic, and they reached out and commissioned this work for the catalog. Now, Lou Schellenberg, according to the article, grew up in New England in that area, but has lived in Lancaster for a long time. Came here to be a professor at Elizabethtown College. Lived here for 20 years in the area. I mean, taught at E-Town College for 20 years, and shows exclusively at Lancaster Galleries here in Lancaster at 34 North Water Street, but doesn't have a show up right now. But she splits her time between here and Nova Scotia, so a lot of her work is inspired by the landscapes, and she paints outside.
Ooh,
yeah. So I should have written it down, but there was a term for it, like a style where you paint outside, right? You paint your landscapes outside. So it's a really great piece of art, and it made the catalog. So
congratulations!
Yeah, isn't that great? Lou Schellenberg from Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Congratulations on that, because here's the thing: is that more than 1 million customers get that catalog.
That's a good distribution.
Yeah, are you an LL Bean guy?
I'm not an LL Bean kind of guy.
Not an LL Bean. I wouldn't have thought so.
No,
but you never know.
Yeah, no.
During your weekend shenanigans.
During my weekend shenanigans, depending, if I'm going to be going hiking, or that's never going to happen. So no, I'm not an LL Bean guy.
I consider myself like a Marriott camper.
Yeah, I'm hiking in the mall.
Hiking in the mall, yeah. So there you go. Lancaster-based art making the news. Also, another Lancastrian making the news this week.
Holy cow! What's going on here?
In the world of sports, which I don't usually talk about, so I'm going to focus on some sports. Becca Hayes, who's a Hempfield graduate, won the half Ironman in Geneva, New York recently. She's 38 years old and has been doing triathlon since 2009. So It's 386 competitors, a 1.2 mile swim. I get tired reading this. Listen to this: 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile bike ride, and a 13.1 mile run. Right. Yeah. That's considered a half Ironman.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a 165th Ironman.
Yeah.
Which is like walking down the steps to get on my bike to drive to the pool to take a little dip.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
She won first place, and some interesting things about the story. Two interesting things. The first is, as she was nearing the end of the race, she bypassed someone else from her team who's also a Lancastrian, Becca Younginger, from who's a Donegal graduate, and they both train at Yoder Performance Triathlon Group.
Yeah.
So it was the coach, it was a little bittersweet.
Yeah.
Having two, but very proud moment, right? To have two coming into the final there, the final stretch of this race. And the second interesting thing is in 2019, listen to this. In 2019, while training, Becca actually crashed while on a bike ride to avoid a chicken who was crossing the road. I read it twice.
Why was the chicken crossing the road?
It's a very important question that needs an answer. But in any event, not a joking matter that Becca crashed and was actually knocked unconscious for 45 minutes, had broken ribs, collarbone, and a concussion, and was out of commission for a year. So this was only 2 years ago. She was out of commission for a year. And when the pandemic hit, went into full-on training mode during the year that shan't be named. So there was a lot of time to prepare, came back stronger than ever, went up to Geneva, New York, and won a half Ironman. Congratulations to Becca Hayes.
Congratulations.
Making Lancaster County proud.
Absolutely.
And finally, another national headline.
Another
national headline for
3
Lancaster.
in 1 week. Man, how do you do it?
So Jonathan Groff, a lot of people know Jonathan Groff, is a famous actor, a Bronx native and Conestoga Valley graduate. Got an Emmy nomination this week for his role as King George III in the Hamilton movie for Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series or Movie. Now, Jonathan Groff, it should be noted, has also had a Tony nomination for that same role on Broadway, and a Tony nomination for the lead role in Spring Awakening. But then there was an article in the paper. Mary Ellen Wright shared that article with us on Wednesday. The laundry list of credits for this guy, just unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Including Kristoff the Mountain Man, the voice for Kristoff the Mountain Man in the Frozen movies.
He was Kristoff.
Kristoff.
Oh.
Yeah, from right here in Lancaster. You like that, do you, Ruben?
I am a huge Jonathan Groff fan. If you are watching this right now, Jonathan, hit up So Good Lancaster. I would love to interview you. Just in case. Love him. I'm a huge Glee fan, and he plays Jesse St. James in Glee.
Are you a Gleek?
I am.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing. I'm a huge Frozen fan. Love Jonathan. When you said you were talking about him this week, I was like, this is the best episode
ever
so far.
It's the best episode. It's so good.
Love you, Jonathan Groff.
So
proud
good.
of you.
Lancaster.
So Jonathan Groff with an Emmy nomination. Now the Emmys will be aired live on September 19th on CBS and Paramount. So you can find out if Jonathan Groff wins that award in about 2 months.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Jonathan Groff.
Faux show.
Yeah, absolutely. And to Becca Hayes and to Lou Schellenberg. So 3 Lancastrians in the worlds of art, sports, and entertainment.
We're taking over the world.
National headlines this week. Good to be here.
Absolutely.
Part of what makes Lancaster
so amazing.
Let's turn to Ruby. Hey, Ruby, did you go to the movies this week?
I did go to the movies this week. It was a great time. I went to go see the new Black Widow movie. Little backstory here. I had never seen a Marvel movie in my life growing up. Much to my friends' dismay, I realized a lot of my friends are huge fans of the MCU, Marvel, what is that, Cinematic Universe?
Marvel Cinematic Universe, yes, that's
I
correct.
should have checked that before I said it. So recently we've taken upon the mission of watching all of the Marvel movies to get me in the loop with everything. So over the past couple of weeks, we've been watching a couple a week, and the new Black Widow movie came out, and we decided to go see it. Amazing. It featured a lot of big names. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Florence Pugh was in it. Big fan of her from Little Women. David Harbour from Stranger Things is in it. And I had no idea what the story was going to be, but it honestly is my favorite one that I've seen so far out of the 5 or 6 that I have seen so far. It was a really, really great story. Marvel does such a good job mixing the action scenes with comedy and with heartwarming family moments. Heads up, if you are new to the Marvel Universe like myself, do not watch the post-credit scene. I learned that the hard way.
Is this a spoiler alert?
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
There was a big spoiler, so I just want to get that out there if anyone is like me.
Okay.
Yeah, it did spoil something, but it was really good. Jose, did you see it yet?
I have not seen it yet. No,
you need to go see it. It's in movie theaters right now and also available on Disney Plus Premier Access. You can pay to have it on Disney Plus. So I highly recommend. I would just go. To
$30 what?
$30 on Disney
To watch it?
Yeah. Well, you can watch it like indefinitely, but
yeah,
you get early access.
Highly recommend. That's my review. 11 out of 10. I absolutely loved it, and I think I will be going back to the movies to watch it again in the near future because I loved it that much. So
here, you know what, Rube? There you go. That's for you.
Oh, thanks. I can't hear it.
Oh,
it's
What, you can't hear it either?
Can't hear the sound effect.
There was supposed to be applause. I don't know if you guys heard it.
I gave her some love.
Gave her some love.
I gave her some fake
Thank
applause.
you. It's
Nobody can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, we'll have to
Moving
figure that out
on.
for next time.
All right.
Sorry, friends.
It's all right.
Just pretend you heard that.
Yes. Here.
You know, as you're reading off that list of actors, I recognize, and I'll admit this to all of our friends out here in CUPPA J. I'm so checked out of pop culture. When I was a kid, I was a TV guy.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, movie junkie.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw everything.
Yeah.
And then somewhere around the turn of the century, I just completely dropped. I didn't recognize anybody on that list that she was reading.
No one?
Right. No.
Scarlett Johansson, I did.
And here's the thing about it is, should I tap back in? Should I get caught up?
You know, I think
is it worth it?
No. I think you need to stay on your curmudgeonly path.
Just be the old guy with the newspaper.
Yeah, be the old guy with the newspaper and the shorts and the black socks. I think that's you.
That's my future.
That's your future. I can see it.
If we have Gen Xers out there, just chime in on the comments and let me know if I should catch up on this, because I feel like that to me, like I'm like the Amish where to me movies stopped in 1999. Like pop culture just stopped for me. 1999. That was it.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Let me know if I should re-engage, because I have no idea what
this absolutely makes a lot of sense to me, Jason.
All right,
especially in terms of your behavior.
You suspected this?
I suspected something like that.
Made a quick call to my therapist.
Yes, exactly.
What's going on there? We've got some very interesting news going on right now in space.
There is lots of stuff going on in space.
Get us up to speed, Jose Johnson.
Well, the other day, the big news was that Richard Branson was the first of the billionaires that are involved in the space race to actually make it into space. So for those of you who don't know about the space race, we have Richard Branson, we have Jeff Bezos, and we have Elon Musk, who all have started these space companies to try and boost a rocket. The space program, so that making space travel something that is privatized. And of course, Branson, the first person to make it into space. Bezos is scheduled to go up shortly, and Musk, who knows what he's doing. But this has been really kind of interesting because the amount of money these guys are pumping into the technology,
right?
And there's been some advantages to it. The work that Musk has done with SpaceX, they've actually put up a number of satellites, and they're beaming back high-speed internet and things like that. So that's got some sort of an infrastructure. The Blue Origin, which is Bezos's baby, and Virgin Galactic, which is Branson's, they seem to be more concerned with getting people into space, like
right.
traveling and stuff like that. So here are just a couple of interesting things. Like Blue Origin is Jeff Bezos.
That's company.
Amazon. That's Amazon, right? And this
is this delivery. Are they doing delivery?
Well, they're working on it. Their motto is Gradantem Ferocitor. Oh, I need to do that with my scepter. It didn't work.
I don't even know what you just said. I don't know.
It means it's Latin for step by step, ferociously. So he's like behind. He's behind in the race.
Okay.
In many ways, but he's been very, very methodical about the process. And actually the mascot for it is the tortoise, and it's the whole thing.
Tortoise wins the race.
Yeah, right. So
slow and steady.
Yeah, so that's his thing. But he is scheduled to go up next week, and he wants his main mission. He says he wants to send people to live and work in space colonies. So look for an Amazon warehouse probably to be up there at some point.
Absolutely.
But I think you brought up a point about something that was in the LMP today.
That's right.
What is that thing?
This is a newspaper, my friend.
I've never seen one of those before in my life.
This is it's a paper that delivers the news. Thank you, by the way, to our friends at LMP. I read the paper every morning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but he's got there's going to be a 18-year-old going up on the flight with him, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Yeah, so when we look at all the things that are going on, I mean, we've got Branson going up in Virgin Galactic, which I find to be somewhat amusing because we're appeasing the space gods by sending virgins into space. I
have no laugh track for you, my friend. Apparently, I'm out.
You're out. It leaves us with the Blue Origin. My guess is that part of the marketing strategy on this is that he's going to guarantee 2-day delivery to
absolutely
get you to space and back in 2 days. And actually, it sounds like a plot for the next Transformers movie.
What's that? Then
Optimus Prime versus Amazon Prime. So I see that as being one of the lineups. And with SpaceX, they with Musk, a lot of the things about Musk is, like the technology that he's developed, especially like with the Tesla. One of the big things is the autonomous driving. So this will probably be the first self-flying spaceship, which is going to be great. But the downside is going to only be able to go 300 miles before it needs to recharge. So,
you have to put charging stations along the line.
Exactly. So, billionaires in space, my friend.
Do you have to be a billionaire to start it? I guess so.
I think that's the buy-in. It's like poker. You got to be a billionaire.
Throw $1 billion in.
Yeah.
But would you go?
Would I go?
Like in the next, say, 5 years, if they say space, it's somehow affordable.
If it became affordable, yeah, I'd do it.
How much would you pay?
$150.
Ruby, how about you? How much would you pay to go to space?
Well, I want to make sure that they got the Martians under control before we get up there. I had too many peep invasions on the second floor here. So we'd have to do that. I don't know.
I mean, is that a big deal to you? Would you say?
It's not really on my bucket list. Like going to space would be cool, but I get car sick really easily. So I'm just envisioning this flight up to space, trapped, gravity. Who knows where that's going?
Because I'm out of Dramamine.
Yeah.
It's a real life problem, guys. I don't want to make others uncomfortable.
Ruby, you do that every day anyway.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would go to space.
Why not?
I'm kind of at that age where I'm just kind of like,
you won't watch superhero movies and you won't go to space.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
You are that guy.
Give me the paper. Give me some coffee. Right. And I'm just gonna sit around and complain.
Yeah.
About the bunnies in the yard.
Yeah, there you go. No, I would certainly go. I would certainly go. I mean, the problem is like we're saying, it's certainly financially based. If I could fly to the moon for the same price that I could fly to California, but
$350 on Southwest.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Well, my friends, it's Friday.
And what does that mean?
That means it is time for
Weekend Shenanigans.
How'd you like that? Huh?
How'd you like
that?
That was amazing.
I think 3 months we've been talking about it. Segment open. Can you run it again? I just want to see it again. We're making up for last time.
Weekend Shenanigans.
That face.
That's what we do here.
Yes.
That's what we do here at CUPPA J's.
Boy,
it's a weekend show. What are you doing this weekend, my friend?
Oh boy, this weekend. No music this weekend. Actually, having a engagement party.
Is that right?
For the oldest daughter, and
congratulations.
Yes. So and that will actually be held here at the Candy Factory on the 6th floor. So
yeah, if you didn't know that, Candy Factory has an awesome venue. located 4 floors above us right now, the 6th floor. You can check out details at coworkinginlancaster.com if you're looking for a venue to have a party or hang out. You just want to rent a really nice venue to sit in and admire.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Get away from the family.
That's it. Not this weekend.
Not this weekend.
Bringing them all in.
Bringing them in.
Lot going on. I wanted to talk a little bit about Zootropolis. Zootropolis is a gem here in Lancaster. It's been around for a long time. And they're running a movie called Zola. So listen, here's the deal. If you're new to the area, you're not from around here. It's a cinema steel. How many towns, how many cities can lay claim to the fact that we have a cinema steel house? We have an art house theater and a distillery in the same building. Isn't that awesome? We need to celebrate that. And if I had I would hit the applause button right now if I could.
All right.
You work on that. I'm going to talk about a movie called Zola, which came out in 2020. It's a black comedy about what appears to be a very wild weekend. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil anything. I'm not a spoiler. Look that up. ZOLA, if you're interested. That's running tonight at 7 o'clock, tomorrow 3 and 7, and Sunday morning at 10:30. And then on Sunday, they're doing this thing called Steal Your Sunday. It's a series. Pay what you will. 2 o'clock, one Sunday a month. Live music. What would Jerry do? Live Grateful Dead. This Sunday at 2 o'clock. So check out Zootropolis. If you're new to the area, you haven't checked that out yet, do check it out. Huh? You can have dinner, right? They've got a great restaurant down there, outdoor seating. They have big doors they open up, so it's basically indoor, outdoor seating. Their own liquor and movies, and even live music every once in a while. So,
sounds amazing.
Zootropolis.
Sounds amazing.
Do you know Zootropolis was one of the first places that I played music at when I moved to Lancaster 20 years ago.
That's amazing.
I was like, so what? Did you have something to say, Ruben?
I did. Ariana and I, my co-host for So in the Know, are actually doing something pretty cool tomorrow morning that I wanted to shout out. We are going on a move with Off the Streets Lancaster, which we have a feature coming out about them soon. They work to help move homeless people off the streets and into apartments. They provide furnishing. They help with security deposits. And we were lucky enough to be invited to help with a move tomorrow morning and to kind of document the process that goes into moving people off the streets. So we are both very excited for tomorrow morning. More information on that coming soon if anybody out there wants to volunteer. I'm thinking about getting a So Good / Candy Factory crew to volunteer some weekend.
It's a great idea.
Very excited for that.
Good job, kid. And if you're looking for things to do around Lancaster, So in the Know drops every Sunday here on the So Good media platforms. Do we have any comments this week chiming in?
Sarah says, imagine that. Karate Kid from the Legion of Superheroes in the 30th century. Yeah, I always thought Karate Kid was a little lame. I like Karnak from Inhumans much better.
Okay.
Moon Knight. Power is strong in the moonlight. Cool looking dude. Moon Knight. Mark Spector. Mercenary. Channeling the spirit of an Egyptian god. Favorite superhero, Pat Buzzard, Spider-Man. Pat, how predictable.
I just updated my favorite superhero to the Buzzman.
The Buzzman, yes, the Buzzman.
He is my favorite.
Sarah says, "Oh, that's for you, Jason. Nope, don't bother. If you haven't already re-engaged to your daughter, it's not for you."
I agree.
Give it up, old man.
How about if I just live vicariously through my child?
Boy, I don't know which is worse.
Not a child no more. Well, friends, it's time to get Friday started. It's time to enjoy the weekend. It's great to be back with you, my friend Jose, every week here on So Good Lancaster. Almost every Friday live at 8:30.
Almost every Friday live. Scoob. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you all for joining us this morning on Cup of J's. Just remember to keep your cup full with everything that makes Lancaster
so good.
Candy Factory.
Go.